Yeah, I think this is an appropriate song.
We can pray in the morning, sing at noon, or in the still of the night. The freedom of religion gives every soul its right. No altar too small, no belief too grand. This power lets us worship across every land. From temples to forests, from silence to psalm, this freedom is ours, a sheltering balm. Speak your truth, let the world hear your call. In whispers or thunder, whether big or
welcome
small.
up if
The
you want.
freedom of speech is a torch in the dark, a spark of rebellion, a revolutionary spark. Shout out for justice, stand up for the weak. The power to speak is the future we seek.
No pressure, no pressure.
Amendment, a song so strong. It's the heart of the people where we all belong.
By the way, hello sir. Hello Iron Terry. Gotta train myself to stop saying Art and Auditor.
Take this away. The press holds a mirror reflecting it clear. The power to question what leaders might fear. Through ink-stained hands, stories take flight, revealing the shadows and shining the light. From the smallest scoop to the loudest exposed, the freedom of the press shows us the way. Hand in hand, we gather as one. The freedom to assemble is how change has begun. From peaceful marches to vigils in the square, this right gives us courage to show that we care. Our voices together, our dreams on display. United we stand, come what may.
Need to get a glass of water.
The First Amendment, a song so strong. It's the heart of the people where we all belong. With rights so sacred, we'll rise and we'll say, no tyrant will ever take this away. When the world feels unjust and the air feels tight, the right to petition helps make things right. A letter, a call, or 1,000-strong plea. This freedom is ours to shape our destiny. Our grievances matter, our visions take flight. Through petition we push for a world that is bright. Through faith or no faith, our spirits stay free. No chains on our hearts, just possibility. Each prayer that we whisper, each word left unsaid, is protected by power for which many have bled. It's not just our right, it's the light of our creed. Freedom, like religion, for every need. Oh, the First Amendment, a song so strong. It's the heart of the people where we all belong. With rights so sacred, we'll rise and we'll say, no tyrant will ever take this away. In the streets or the fields, our words will ignite. The freedom to speak is our unshaken right. Let them hear us in valleys, let them hear us on high. We'll speak out for truth till the day that we die. No censor, no tyrant, no force in the land can silence a people who take a bold stand. Tyrants may try with their lies and their chains to silence the press, to muffle the pains, but the pen is our sword and the truth will endure. The freedom of the press is mighty and pure. Through columns and headlines, through stories untold, we rise up together, courageous and bold. Oh, the First Amendment.
Hello, monkey.
A song so strong. It's the heart of the people where we all belong. With rights so sacred, we'll rise and we'll say, no tyrant will ever take this away. Gather the people, and let's make it clear, we'll stand for our rights with nothing to fear. The freedom to rally, to march, to demand is the voice of a nation united and grand. In parks or in plazas, our power will show. No tyrant can stop what the people bestow. For every petition, petition for each written line, we shape the future by design. The right to challenge, to ask, to demand keeps liberty alive across the land. For tyrants may rise, but their hold will decay as long as we fight for these freedoms each day. Oh, the First Amendment, a song so strong. It's the heart of the people where we all belong. With rights so sacred, we'll rise and we'll say, no tyrant will ever take this away. Oh, the First Amendment, our rallying cry, a shield for the hopeful, a flame in the sky. Together we guard it, and forever we'll say, no tyrant can take our rights away.
Hello, my name is Zurzu Zyklin, and welcome to my channel. How's everybody doing? Now, I've had a few times people ask me, hey, do you know what the 5 elements of the First Amendment is? Well, yeah, I wrote a song about it. It's the freedom of speech, the freedom of religion, the right to redress, the right to protest, and the right to grievance. It's all right there. Just simply put out in a song. Now, the reason why I brought that song is I figured it was good with this because, I'm having a really hard time seeing how I'm going to weigh on today's show. The reason why this is, the Constitution doesn't give me a weight. Both the freedom of speech and the freedom of religion is enshrined within the Constitution. Now, you may or may not know, there's a journalist that once worked for CNN. His name's Don Lennon. He now has went independent, and he, I'm not sure if you could call it that he worked with a group, or if he was a journalist given information about a situation that was going to happen. And that's what we're going to watch today. Now, what the prosecutors are trying to claim, they arrested him at a awards ceremony just before the awards ceremony, and what the prosecutor is trying to claim is that he, one, conspired with others to violate the FACE Act. And the FACE Act is, you know, the Freedom of Access to Interests, or the Clinic Interests Act, and it also includes churches within it. Pretty much that was the only way it was going to get signed, was if it also included churches. Now, what does it need? It requires people entering, leaving, or participating in, or okay, that's what it is, for violation. So what does it require? It requires force, threat, physical obstruction, and interference with someone's ability to worship. Now, I would make the very strong argument today that what we're about to see is most certainly interrupting people's ability to worship. But the question isn't whether or not the other people, the protesters, had interrupted their right to worship, or if, and that's where I draw a line, is I'm not sure if that violates the freedom of speech. As one lady mentions today, Jesus walked into the church and he flipped over a table and he told the priests, the ministers, or whatever they were at that time, that they were heretics. And the church followed behind him. Anyway, so that's one of the questions that was raised is should you be up in this church doing that? Now, I don't know. The Constitution doesn't give me instruction on that, as far as I know.
Member of the clergy?
Okay, go ahead.
I am. I'm a member of the clergy.
Which
That's right. I totally forgot about this guy. This guy is a member of the clergy. I guess apparently he's voted for Trump 3 times. I started with him because I liked his interaction.
I'm an Episcopalian.
Yeah,
I was ordained by an Anglican archbishop,
yeah.
and I've been a missionary and
Just
stuff.
give us a word about what you're seeing here and what you're feeling about the situation.
Well, I'm outraged by the president's whole approach to Minnesota, and that's the first place. He ought to be ashamed of what he's saying about Minnesotans, generally speaking. About this particular problem with immigration, this is absolutely the wrong way to handle it. I was a pastor for 5 years of a congregation, all immigrants.
Yeah.
And he's got the wrong story from somebody, because what he's calling these people is 100% wrong. And if he's going to listen to this, I hope he takes a word from a clergyman who voted for him 3 times and had a lot of great hopes for his time as president. And what he's gotten into here is absolutely upside down what probably most of the people who voted for him were about.
3 times.
Did you hear that? That man very clearly was against what Donald Trump is doing, and he voted for him 3 times. Think about that. I keep hearing this over and over and over again, that it's not necessarily cited when we see atrocities. We see atrocities, and often good people, regardless who they vote for, can tell when things are not happening right.
Times you voted for him.
Yeah. Why? I'm a former businessman before I went to clergy, and he is a businessman as well. We haven't really had a businessman per se to be able to call shots on how things should be. Also, he's very
He's flopped to frickin' casinos, and man's done nothing but lose money all his life. His daddy's money, by the way. I mean, of course, yeah, he's made some here and there, but he's also lost quite a bit.
concerned about the overseas, issues.
If I might, though, he's not a very good businessman.
Well, this is what people tell me.
Hey, how are you?
So only if there's like a nice conflict. So if there's something in your neighborhood.
Now he kind of catches on here that, oh wait, maybe this guy is maybe not necessarily a Republican reporter.
Okay, we'll drive over. We're on our way.
Suspicion. There's an ice rink going.
We're right around by the memorial for Miss Good. We thought you.
Whistleblowing, please join them and protect their neighbors.
Right.
Make whatever noise you can, and you let them know. That
Okay, yeah. So we're right here. If you want to come over,
I would definitely
right
agree
by
with that.
the big memorial for her, where she died.
Now, okay. On here, I kind of have to call out Lemon. Man, take your call after your interview.
Yeah. We were, but you said 1:15, so we were not there yet. What? Should we just come to you? We can come to you.
Hello.
It's not far.
Good. Like whistle.
Okay, so come over. With the address, we're at between
33rd and
33rd and
Portland.
34th, 33rd and 34th in Portland.
Thank you very much. Thank you for protecting us.
Okay. All right. We'll see you. Thank you. Bye-bye. So, yeah.
So
Sorry to interrupt
why are
you.
you here?
I'm here to show what's happening. I'm here to memorialize what's going on.
Okay.
Why are you here? But I was going to say, we were talking about the businessman part. No, I live in New York. He's not a very good businessman. At all.
Okay, so tell me why, Don, you don't think he's a very good businessman.
He's not a very good businessman because if he had before he got into office this time, he's made the most money that he's ever made in his life off of crypto and whatever the schemes that he's doing. But if he had just saved the money that his dad got him, he would have been a lot richer than he is now. Good business people don't.
Saved with interest made
With
millions
interest made.
more than he would make with crypto and all that stuff.
Yes. No, not on crypto. Millions more than he made before this last time.
Okay.
And he bankrupted 2 casinos in in Atlanta, who bankrupts a casino? The house always wins.
Yeah, well,
Were you influenced by
Anyway.
The Apprentice? Maybe.
no,
No.
that was silly.
Yeah.
Like Battle of
Most of that stuff is silly.
But not a good businessman. But I mean, I can understand if you're with him on stuff. But I just wanted to tell you that.
He calls himself a businessman. How many of the
Well, calling yourself a businessman and flopping 2 casinos is not necessarily something I would say.
guys who have been president have really said that they're business people? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I thought give him a shot, and I think he's done a pretty good. The economy's blown.
I mean, isn't the
gangbusters,
casino
as
house
you
always
know.
supposed
No, it's
to win?
You say that.
No, it's true. Have you looked at the numbers?
Well, the
Inflation's
Dow-
out of control. The
well,
deficit is out of control.
no.
The stock market is doing
Stock
great.
market's doing great.
But do you know what? Yeah, but that's not the healthy economy. We have a K-shaped economy now. The poor people are getting poorer. The rich people are getting richer. So it's like this. It's going like a K, right? And so you got all the poor people going down, all the rich people going up. And that's what every person who's an economist will
That's
tell
what-
you.
That's what they say. I don't know. I've heard this story before. So
But
I don't
that's
know, man. That's none of my business.
This is the thing. When I went to the church this morning, nobody wants to
Which
hear
church
facts.
did you
Hold
go
on.
to?
I forget the name of it. I don't know. I went
it
with
local
some
here?
people. Yeah, it was local. And so when I tried to give them the facts, they said that I was a biased reporter. What I'm trying to tell you about the economy is fact, and you said that's what people say. It's not what people say. That's the fact. The economy is not great. You have poor people who are falling off of a cliff, and you have people who are lucky enough to have a
You don't
401k.
have to pitch to a clergyman about the poor.
Okay, yes.
I'm fully for anything in the economy that moves us forward with
Yeah.
the balance of trade and the people who are now really incensed overseas about
Yeah.
this type of behavior that I think the president is responsible for, and I think it's going to mean a lot of lost incomes from businesses who would do business with us and are
So
choosing
how is that good
against.
for the economy?
It's not good for the economy.
Okay.
No, that's
All
what I'm
right.
saying. Yeah.
Okay.
And so you're from New York, and what
No, I'm not from New York. I'm from Louisiana. I live in New York now.
Hey, Raj, take a step forward just because these guys are coming through.
Oh yeah, look out.
That's
Come-
my,
yeah.
that's my nephew.
Yeah. So, anyways, but I appreciate you. I'm just want to talk to you.
It's really weird how, like, people, they'll ask questions, but then they don't want to hear the answers. Or if the answer that they want doesn't match the reality that they believe, it's like you didn't complete answering their question, when most certainly you did.
But thank you for what you're doing, and
Well, do you know Jesus?
Of
Don?
course, I'm a Christian. I just wrote a book that released last year on
Really? What's your last name again?
Lemon.
Lemon.
Yeah.
Oh, you're Don Lemon.
Yes,
I've heard of Don Lemon.
that's me.
Do you know what the Full Gospel Businessman Fellowship is?
The what?
Full Gospel Businessman Fellowship.
No.
That's the largest missionary organization in the world. We have chapters in 80
Can I-
nations. I tell you what,
I wanna know about it.
I'm going to send you
Okay.
something. Can you remember Father Roger?
Yes, I can. But let me tell you, I'm not to cut you off. My hands are going to fall off if I don't
Yeah.
go get my gloves.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Okay.
Well, listen.
I got to get my
You
gloves.
don't have my gloves. You don't have my gloves.
You guys want some hand warmers? I got some.
I got gloves in the car. I'm just going to go grab them. They're right here. Thank you. I'll be right back. I got to get my gloves.
Don Lemon.
How
I can't say hi. I have to say hi to you.
how are you?
Paul McJulian is a good friend of yours.
Oh my gosh, from Baker High
I
School.
wore this just for you today.
Did you go to Southern University?
No, I just went down there and visited.
Let me grab my gloves. My hands are freezing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's where I took this thumbnail from, is right in the beginning of this. I think he coughs or something like that. And I thought, oh yeah, that's great, the FACE Act. So what we're going to do now is we're going to watch to see, did he violate the FACE Act, or did he conspire with this group too? Now, one thing that I think his defense would say, in the beginning of this, you'll see how he stands away from the group. He's not necessarily incorporated into the mechanical operations of what's going to happen when they do get to the church. Now, did these people in this parking lot conspire? Yes, I would agree. And are they going into a church which is in the FACE Act? Yes. Did they use physical obstruction? I would say in possibly one occasion they didn't actually push anybody back, but there was there was something that could be viewed by the prosecution as physical obstruction. But like I said in the very beginning, how do you weigh which constitutional right is heavier than the other? They're all one, aren't they? Now, one question that will come up: was it trespassing? At least in Don Lemon's case. We'll look into that. Let's get it started.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the program. We just got into Minneapolis a little bit ago and did some
And like I said, you'll notice that
reconnaissance
he
on the ground,
is
speaking to an
separated
organization
from the
there that's
crowd.
gearing up to for resistance and protest. I've been pleasantly surprised to see the community coming together. Diverse community. If you see this, when we first pulled up, we're like, wait a minute, which operation are we at? And as it turns out, because we were like, well, this is kind of MAGA coded, right?
And what we're going to be looking at is, does he participate or aid in the group's action to obstruct religious service?
Saw the American flag or whatever, but these are resistance protesters. They're planning an operation that we're going to follow them on. I can't tell you exactly what they're doing, but it's called Operation Pull Up, and it's Takima Armstrong, and she has been doing this since George Floyd, Dante Wright, and others, where they surprise people, catch them off guard, and hold them to account. And so that's what we're doing here. And then after we do this operation, you'll see it live. And these operations are surprise operations. Again, I can't tell you where they're going and where we're gathered right now. However, and then we're going to head over to Whipple. And we're just going to show you what's happening on the ground, not just all the chaos that you see at Whipple, but just how people are fighting back, how they're organizing, how they're strategizing, and they're doing this in large part without support from officials, right? Local officials. There are some people who want to get involved, some local officials, but they're doing this on their own. This is all grassroots. So we're going to just take you throughout the day here. You're going to be with us live. It's just going to be raw. You're going to see what it is. So they are ready. Yeah. So I don't want to get, because they are strategizing, I don't want to get too much of their information in there. But again, you see people from all walks. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyways, can I talk to you for a second, sir? How are you? Just without giving away what the operation is. Why are you out here?
I'm here to support our community activists. I'm currently a candidate for Minnesota State Senate.
Looks to me like standard
I feel like
journalists.
it's important that if you're going to be representing people in office, that you are out here with the people as well.
Information that something
What do you think
was
I'm surprised to see the diversity out here, and what I just said to the folks is that the people are organizing on their own, even without representatives or officials, and they're hoping that everybody gets involved. But this is grassroots.
Yes, sir. I mean, we got it. I mean, certainly, I'm actually married to an elected official. I work closely with elected officials. But direct action from community, certainly within the lines of the law, is certainly important to show that we have one voice.
Yeah, let's see. I want to get some of this. Stand by.
Yes,
stand by. We're not going.
This is what community looks like. This is what community looks like. This is what community looks like. Ice out! Ice out! Ice out! Ice out! When I say ice out, I want y'all to say of Minnesota, because I want them to be very clear what we want.
Let's go around. Let's walk around.
Out of our city, right? Get the hell out of our state. Ice out! Minnesota! 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 So, does anybody have their favorite chant that they want us to run? When I say justice for Renee Good. 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 Justice actually gonna just ground us in the saddle chant right now because
Thank you.
I feel like that's been missing from the front line, and I just want us to remind everybody why we're really out here fighting, right? Yeah. We have a duty to fight for our freedom.
We have a duty to fight for our freedom.
We have a duty to win.
We have a duty to win.
We must love and support one another.
We must love and support one another.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our shame.
We have a duty to fight for our freedom.
We have a duty to fight for our freedom.
We have a duty to win.
We have a duty to win.
We must love and support one another.
We must love and support one another.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our shame.
You guys are sounding like Sunday morning. I know it's Sunday morning. And I know we've been on this front line. And I know we're exhausted, y'all. But this also helps our healing process because it actually triggers our vagus nerve. And all of us are sitting on edge right now. So trigger your vagus nerve, relax your body, and really just let it out so the universe really understands why all these thousands and thousands and thousands of people are out here in the streets of Minnesota right now. Ready? We have a duty to fight for our freedom!
We have a duty to fight for our freedom!
We have a duty to win!
We have a duty to win!
Now, something I noticed is he's not actually yelling with them.
We have nothing to lose but our chains!
He is just watching, as journalists should.
Lose but our chains!
We have nothing to lose but our shame!
See, that's going to be something that's going to weigh heavy in the case, is did he actively participate in conspiring with this group or working with the planning with this group?
We have nothing to lose but our chains!
We have nothing to lose but our shame!
Now remember to stay bumper to bumper. Don't
If you can,
make sure everybody
don't rush.
gets through the light.
Hello,
And
Tom.
we all have the address, right?
Yes.
Everybody has the address. Remember, if you have anything that is activist identifying, do not wear it in if you're going in to just sit down and be a part of the situation. Yeah, don't all sit together. But when y'all,
No, the lady there that's speaking right now, she's pretty much the person who gathers these people together.
and you have anything activism identifying, do not go in with the
And
first
wanting
wave.
her
Wait
own
until you
press,
come
I'm
in
sure
with us
she
as
notified
people come.
Lemon.
Getting the operation together again.
Told
This
him.
is an operation that
I
is
skipped
secret,
forward
that
a
they
little bit, I
invited
think.
folks out. Can't tell you what
Not
is
sure
going to
what.
happen, but
Oh,
you're going to watch it
commercial.
live unfold here.
That's right. Unfortunately, I got a couple of commercials while I was recording this, so I ended up having to cut those out later. I could have used the downloader, but they changed. Now it's like a whole new version of the downloader, so I have to pay for it again.
Don Lemon Show. There are for this reason it may look like MAGA coded, but there's a reason they have so many white people here. I'm just going to be honest. It's because of the operation that they're doing today.
That's
It's important
good,
to have
because now you'll
allies,
get to
as they
see
said,
exactly
white
what he
allies here.
does.
So that is what I could say. I turned our camera off of them because they're giving some critical information here. But there we go. Everybody's ready to go. Let's go. Okay. Thank you guys for allowing me to be here. Thank you guys.
See, now that they're grouping
How
up
are
and
you?
leaving,
Good. See,
he's
we're-
going up.
We're
and
on.
he's
We're not saying
talking to the
what it
lady
is, what's going
notified.
on, but thank you. Tell us why you're doing this.
So
This is Nakima Levy Armstrong. She's on the show
Nakima
on
Levy
Friday.
Armstrong, civil rights attorney, longtime activist here in the community. And, we protest and do activism in all kinds of ways. This is Operation Pull Up, more of a clandestine operation. We show up somewhere that is a key location. They don't expect us to come there. And then we disrupt business as usual. So that's what we're about to go do right now. We've had a lot of success with the times we have done Operation Pull Up.
Yeah.
After George Floyd was killed, we went to the Police Federation head's home and staged a demonstration there. We also went to the head of the U.S. Marshals from Minnesota, after Winston Smith was killed by the U.S. Marshals. We went there after Daunte Wright was killed when AG Keith Ellison refused to take the case. And we forced the prosecutor who lived in Stillwater to take the case by showing up there 4 times. So this is our next action to call for justice for Renee Good and ICE out of Minnesota.
But you get results.
Yes, we get results.
And with Daunte Wright, you got results.
We got results because the AG's office was forced to take the case, and they successfully prosecuted the cop who killed Daunte Wright. The U.S. Marshal got uprooted from her position from Minnesota. And then this was the start of weakening the leadership of the head of the Police Federation, Bob Kroll, who later we filed a lawsuit against, and we settled. He cannot be a law enforcement agency in Hennepin County, Anoka, or Ramsey for 10 years. So we've had success every single time.
How long do you think before this operation before it takes place?
We got to go now and get there.
Let's go.
All right, thank you.
We'll see you there. Thank you.
Now there, he had to get information about exactly when it took place, which would be good evidence for his defense. The first was just tiny pieces of evidence. These probably won't be used. I'm just trying to say that would be a good sign that he wasn't exactly sure of when they were doing it. He knew where they were doing it. Now, as far as did he report that a Christian hate preacher is the head of ICE, he most certainly engaged with people and asked questions about do they know if the head of that church is a member of ICE. I think any journalist would ask that question, though, if it is of concern that a person in that church. I'm not sure I think he used the word allegedly each time.
Okay, so we're going to go to the operation again. We're not going to give any of the information away. But...
by the way, it's Minnesota. I'm not exactly sure what town. The same town that Renee Good was shot in.
As Nikema said, this is a clandestine operation. And then we can tell you what's going to happen afterward. But I got to say, I've been really heartened by... you want me to pull up? Yeah. You want to switch sides? Let me grab this. All right, so look, we're live here. This is live, raw. Mike doesn't have a cup holder back there. Unless... Oh, you do? It's probably in the...
Yeah, here, I have one.
Here, can you help him?
Sit down and don't talk.
Yeah, just one of my hands is like frozen.
Oh, yeah.
Here, I got a hand more.
Yeah, it is. What's the temperature here?
About 2 to 4 degrees right now.
Yeah, 2 to 4 degrees, and it's snowing. You gotta go ahead. You just take care of that. Do you have hand warmers, Mike?
I got it right here.
And Mike, I'm gonna put this in the door.
Now, in a moment, we're going to see something that the prosecutor may use to show that he was aiding them.
My homie here
in the process.
Oof. All right.
My argument
Let me show everyone. Let me show everybody this. We went to the
this.
Starbucks here. You know where we're going, right?
Yep.
We went to the Starbucks here. The guy's like,
if I was
does anybody tell you that you look just like Don Lemon?
Would,
and I said,
I'm not legal,
yeah, do you see my
if
hat?
I was the prosecutor,
and he goes, I know, I'm sorry. What do you say? I'm embarrassed from hiding right now. And then he wrote this on our cup.
In a few minutes,
he said,
the interaction that
thank
does
you
kind
for
of
your
argue
work,
that he
Crushed
aided.
Ice. Yeah, seatbelts, everybody. Let's go. All right, so we're going. Uh-oh, look, somebody got stuck in the snow. Should we go help him? All right, I'm going to go help him push.
Should we help? Okay, I'm going to slide over there real quick.
Can we push him with the front of our car? And that's a Jeep. You got a Jeep on a snow mound. Let's go help him. Hold on. Yeah, I'm going to help him.
Okay.
I don't know if we should push him. Let's see. I'll go over there and see if I can help. All right. You got to push backwards or forwards?
I got a shovel.
We're going to go backwards or forwards?
I'm trying to get...
Now on this could be argued either direction.
Yeah.
It could just be argued that he was
Do you have it in four-wheel
kind and
drive?
help the people get out of the snow.
Are you sure?
But you know the prosecutor is
okay.
going to say this is him aiding.
I used to have one of these. It makes a big difference. This is the perils of working in this kind of weather. All right, we're going forward, right? There we go. Ooh! Back up, back up, back up.
What's up?
She's got a rocket. She's got a rocket. Yeah. Oh, it's stuck. She's stuck on that mound right there. Yeah, she's stuck on that mound. It's not. That's not going to come off.
I guess Jeep doesn't go anywhere,
coming
does
off.
it?
Yeah, you gotta take that out.
Yeah, she's stuck on the mound. This is what happens. So we're showing all of it.
Don, I love your work.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And yes, I think having
Don't
compassion
give anything away.
and
No,
helping
no.
the person
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
move
Thanks for
is
being here.
just a decent human thing to do.
Yeah, it's stuck on this
But
mound.
like I said, if I was prosecutor on this, I would most certainly use this for, oh, look,
You
he
gotta
was
rock it.
helping them out.
Watch your hands. Watch your hand. Look out. Look out. Look out. Look out. Look out. Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
You're gonna have to go backwards. It's already on the top of the floor right here. You have to go backwards.
Backwards?
Yeah, back. Go backwards.
I go backwards?
Yeah.
All right.
Gotta go back and forth. Momentum. You got it.
See if I can skip forward a little bit until they at least get this
Turn the
Jeep
wheel the
out of
other
there.
way. Turn- All right, let's go catch
Oh,
up.
wait. Okay, so there we go.
All right, come on.
Go ahead.
Keep on going.
Go, 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 go,
Come on,
go.
you're good. Keep on going.
Keep going.
Am I touching yet?
No,
Correct.
Now there.
You are correct. He actually pardoned the people who helped him in the January 6th terrorist attack on the Capitol.
There you go. Push.
Ready?
Yep. Boom. There we go.
Thank you.
Not
Nice
a very
work.
good Jeep.
I don't know whose
commercial
shovel
at
that
all.
is.
Right there.
Nice work. All right. Crazy. Good job. You have his phone?
And after this, I believe I skipped forward a little bit to their drive
Now.
to the church.
That is not a good Jeep commercial.
No. No, it's
I'm
not.
just saying.
All right, we're behind the operation, so we got to catch up.
All right, let's go catch up. Take a swig of that, Mike.
Word, sorry. I just. One second. I gotta adjust settings. See what I'm
Got it.
Yeah.
Seatbelts. Seatbelts.
Well, no, I don't think so, but I'm sure that's what the prosecutor will argue.
All right, you got to put your seatbelt on, bro. All right, so that was interesting, huh?
How many
That he was a part of the group.
viewers are from like? I mean, you can't chat, but
All depends
Yeah, I'm
on
going to check
your
out the chat while I'm
defense.
here.
ask how many people like are in weather like this.
Yeah, are you guys in any weather like this? It's crazy. Are you guys in any weather like this? Because this is not. I'm gonna put the seat back. This is kind of nuts. Man, I hope you have 4-wheel drive. I got an SUV, but I don't know. I just realized when we were driving away, I told Mike, I was like, Mike, I should have made sure we had a 4-wheel drive, but I'm not sure I did that. But at least I got to. And we're not
You
going to
can
go
imagine
on
I
any
have a lot more to say at the end of all
mounds
this.
or any snowbanks or anything like that. Oh gosh! So guys, thank you, man. The engagement is incredible this morning. So we're
So
doing this
maybe I can skip
clandestine
forward just a bit more.
secret operation on LOLs.
That's what I want
Yeah.
to do, though. Just
Yeah, because I might
So-
have wanted to see them
Yeah, you
get
gotta
stuck
push
in
them.
the snow. They did get stuck in the
This
snow,
kid
by
does
the
not
way.
know how to drive.
1 second, I'm coming out with you.
And Lemon had to help him drive
Snipes.
out.
I'm gonna.
There we go. We're at
What
the
was the
church.
Wesley Snipes movie?
Oh, by the way, it
Grabbing
was
my
passenger
meta.
57, and the question asked was, don't bet on black. Let's see. There we go. We're at the church.
Alrighty. I've been driving in the snow for 30 years or more.
He's 21.
He's 21. He has no idea what he's doing. Oh my gosh, crazy. All right, so Mike, I need you right in front of the car.
It's what's weird to me is being around.
I'm gonna take your hat.
People that
You're gonna
once
take
were
my-
now you want my
like,
hat, okay?
oh man,
Let's do it.
government
I'm gonna
bad.
uncover the name, though.
They're
gonna
treading
take
all over
this
the
off.
people, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Come on, tread harder, baby, tread harder. I love it. I love it."
I'm going to give you the rundown. So I'm going to go inside, guys. And I'm going to give the rundown of what's going on. You can turn this down. Oh, yeah, I'll grab them.
And to me, those are the people who would say, "Well, you shouldn't have had a gun at a protest." Well, what about those guys with guns at the protest? Huh? Oh, those guys were okay because they were on your side, right?
Right here.
So, you just want me set up getting a good shot of the location?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I'm going to go inside.
Always bet on black.
Always bet on black.
Guys, you know what movie that's from?
It's from, it's from a movie, a gambling movie. Not Casino, but
No,
it's Wesley Snipes.
I'm gonna...
Passenger 57.
What was the Wesley Snipes movie? I'm grabbing my Meta.
I'm putting TikTok link in now.
Oh, I forgot I had my little thing over there. I wanted to unfold. Oh, well.
You have one mission, and that was not to get us stuck. We didn't get stuck.
We made it. Guys, there's great content. Chat if you want to see it stuck in
Would you like to see us stuck in the snow? Okay. All right. Okay, so I am going inside now.
Cool.
You can hear me, right? Well, I mean, we're here now.
Oh, okay,
What? Where's my phone? I need my phone.
Now, what we're going to be looking
Yeah.
at here is, did he interrupt
want me to
the
ask
services
what's going on inside? I can-
that are being
Yeah, find out, but I
that are
need my
taking
phone.
place?
I don't know where I put it.
Or did he just enter knowing? He knew. I mean, it's a journalist's job to know what
Okay.
the heck's going on, isn't it?
And you, if you want to walk over, you can, I guess. You can stand on the, just stand on the sidewalk. You can come over. Just don't
Or
go on the
was he
property.
participating in? That's another big part of it.
Okay, so we're going
Was he
inside.
participating
Definitely trolls in
in-
the chat. It's okay. Did you know that?
Now we're here at the door.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got trolls, I'm sure.
Beyond, Father, we ask, magnify your glory for saving those who are harmed. Father, let me days. In your mercy, we ask you to chasten us, get our own house. That we would walk with integrity. That we would be men and women and
They're taking the cats. They're eating the dogs. Eating the cats.
That we would be steadfast and immovable, always abounding in your work, doing the great commission that you have given us. And
I'm kind of upset that we haven't got any snow this year.
it is to that end, mighty God, that we ask now for reading and preaching this word, that you would open our
Yes, that's what we're going to be looking for. Are they obstructing the church services? And did Lemon, most certainly because he's being charged with the conspiracy and with the FACE Act, did Lemon himself actually engage in this, or did he act as a journalist? That's one of the big two. That's two of the big questions here.
hearts to receive. Feed us through understanding and affection, that we would know the word rightly and cherish.
We're looking for his level of involvement.
Make us bow in love for your glory.
spots here, the transept, a few seats open. Seats up here as well. The Gospel of John, chapter 13. Begin reading.
Excuse me, Pastor. You say that we ask the Lord to stay in your house, to stay in
Hey, Meta, record. So activists are now in the church, and they are protesting, surrounded the church on the inside. They have found out that one of the pastors here in the city, in the area,
And yes, to answer your question, inside of the church is private property. And as you know, on the rules of that, once you're asked to leave, then you have to leave. I mean, even though it is the people's church, it is treated as private property.
oh no!
No, I've already said on the group, yes, I believe they violated the PACE Act. I believe they went into this church and they interrupted the process of the church. The group themselves most certainly did violate the PACE Act. And so far, Lennon has been reporting. I don't think I hear him doing any of the screaming. I keep calling him Lennon. Lemon.
So the protesters are complaining, church members and leaders, they have stopped the service, a lot of people.
It is an odd place to protest, but apparently the belief is the pastor is a member of ICE.
A number of people have left. There are some who are still sitting here.
Are you okay with the injustice that's happening within your city? We pray for justice every day. Are you okay? No, so you're not okay with
I'm just here. I'm just here photographing.
Are you okay with the injustice?
I'm not part of the group. I'm just here photographing. I'm a journalist. Excuse me, sir. Can I get right here? Thank you. I'm sorry. So you can see the protesters here have gathered over here. They're in the middle of the church. So in the beginning of the church service, the pastor was speaking, and Nikema stood up and said her.
But by definition of the PACE Act, these people are most certainly violating the PACE Act by stopping this church service. They're stopping people from being able to worship.
Peace, and then the protesters surrounded her, but this is a clandestine.
Now my question is Lennon involved in that? It seems like he isn't doing any of the yelling, he's just kind of recording.
mission. I think they found out one of, according to them, this is according to Operation Pull Up, that one of the pastors here is a member of ICE. And so here we go.
You could talk to the lead pastor.
Yeah.
See, he's reporting on it there.
And so the pastor is over there. And so they're screaming Renee Good. So right now it's kind of mayhem in here.
Now, one of the parishioners gets up there in the crowd's face and really starts yelling them down.
They are, some of the members are chronicling.
A little bit, and he may have a little bit of questions for the leader.
It's a surprise effort, obviously, and the folks here are not happy about it. And so they're trying to figure out what to do about it. That's the lead pastor over there with the thing.
Yeah, I don't know their
and I don't know if he's the one
what their intentions
works for
are.
us. We don't know. That's what they're saying. So we're here just chronicling and reporting. We're not part of the activists, but we're here just reporting on them. I'm not with. I just.
Yeah, this is the guy. He ends up talking with Lemon. So that I like. That at least this guy is willing to talk.
The First Amendment is about the freedom to protest. I'm sure people here don't like it, but protests are not comfortable. And there are people here who are. I'm looking at a young man who's in the corner. He's frightened. He's scared. He's crying. People are leaving church. So, yeah. The guy's standing up now saying, get out of our church. He's screaming. They're trying to calm.
Actually, it's good you asked that question. What would Jesus do? Like I said, the lady at the end of this will explain very clearly that Jesus went to the church when he found that the church was heretics, and Jesus flipped the tables, and he called them parishioners heretics, and he summoned the ones that believed in him to follow, and they did.
Him down. So
I hope I was.
I don't know if this is what they deem as successful or not. But anyways, I'm not going to get in the middle of it because I'm not here as an activist. I'm here as a journalist. I don't think they know what to do. I'm sure they probably call the local authorities right now, and they'll show up in a bit. But so far, no one has been hurt. People are just really angry and upset. And members of the church are trying to get them to calm down. But this is the beginning of what's going to happen here. When you violate people's due process, when you pull people off the street, you start dragging them and hurting them and not abiding by the Constitution, when you start doing all of that, people get upset and angry. And if you remember what the Civil Rights Movement was about, the Civil Rights Movement was about these very kinds of protests. And for some reason, in our modern era, people think that in order to have protests, you got to be, cordoned off to a certain area and, what time you can protest. There's nothing in the Constitution that tells you what time you can protest. You can protest at any time. That's the whole point of it, is to disrupt. It's to make uncomfortable.
Hey, Carter Blanchard,
And that's
how
what
you
they're doing. And that's what I believe when I say everyone has to be willing to sacrifice something. You have to make people uncomfortable in these times. If you see how uncomfortable people, uncomfortably, and how harsh people are being treated on the streets, you have to be willing to go into places and disrupt and make people uncomfortable. That is what this country is about.
That they were heretics.
Nakima is over in the middle.
These people that don't get me wrong, the people here that are protesting, I believe, are violating the FACE Act by its definition. By its definition, they are interrupting a church service. They are interrupting the people's right to worship. So, by its definition, they are. However, I still run into that question of which do we put first, the freedom of speech or the freedom of religion? And unfortunately, the Constitution hasn't given me a balance. There's no balance there. I can't distinguish because they're both within the First Amendment.
Are you Nakima, why were you?
Yes.
What did you tell them?
Now, what I find wild is that they're taking a journalist and they're treating him as he was a protester. Now, that I have a problem with because I believe in independent journalism. I do. I believe strongly in independent journalism, and it's very unusual, very, very unusual for them to try to wrap journalists up in this. Now, as far as the protesters themselves, yes, I do believe they are violating the FACE Act. The journalist should be, given more, because he's also got, he's the freedom of the press is what you should expect. Up until, like I said, the point he gets told to leave that church. So far, he has not been told to leave the church.
David Easterwood is a pastor here, and he also serves as the director of the field office for ICE in St. Paul. How? David Easterwood.
Are you sure that he's a...
Yes, City Church, yes. And that's why we're here, demanding justice for Renee Good and letting them know that this will not stand. They cannot pretend to be a house of God while harboring someone who is directing ICE agents to wreak havoc upon our community and who killed Renee Good, who almost killed a 6-month-old baby. Enough is enough. I am a reverend on top of being a lawyer and an activist. So I come here in the power of the Almighty God for righteousness, truth, and justice.
Is this the gentleman you were explaining to?
No, he's one of us.
Okay. Yeah. What did they say?
I'm interested in being recorded.
Okay. Are you sure? You're a member of the church or you're
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. I thought you were a church leader.
You'll see David Easterwood.
Who is the person that we should talk to? Is there a pastor or something?
They might have run away.
All right, we'll see if we can find him.
Where's the pastor? They might have run away.
Let's see if I can talk to him. Let's go over here. Hi, how are you? Hi. Let's see if we can talk to the pastor.
Hey, God. How are you doing, God's favorite aunt?
Our church had gathered for worship, which we do every Sunday, and we were interrupted by this group of protesters. Yeah. We asked them to leave, and they obviously have not left.
Yeah. So. What do you think of this?
I mean, this is unacceptable. It's shameful. It's shameful to interrupt a public gathering of Christians in worship. So,
but there were folks who will say,
I have to take care of my flock.
Okay, but listen, we live there's a constitution in the First Amendment to freedom of speech and freedom to assemble and protest.
Yeah. We're here to worship. We're here to worship Jesus because that's the hope of these cities. That's the hope of the world is Jesus Christ.
I want to be very respectful. Please don't push me, though.
We're here to worship Jesus.
Yes.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why we're here.
Okay.
That's what we're about.
Don't you think Jesus would be understanding
we're about
and love these folks?
We're about spreading the love of Jesus.
But did you try to talk to them as a Christian?
No one is willing to talk.
Okay.
I have to take care of my church and my family, so I asked that you actually would also leave this building.
You don't want us to chronicle what happened?
Unless you're here to worship.
I'm always worship. I'm a Christian.
We're here to worship.
Yeah.
We're here to worship. Okay.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
From this point on, he is trespassing. He has been directly asked to leave. From this point on, yes, he in fact is most certainly trespassing. Now, I still do not believe that he is actively engaging in preventing somebody to worship. I do believe that the protesters themselves are engaging in the act of stopping the parishioners from worship. Now, like I said before, I have that, how do I tell which one to hold higher than the other? And the Constitution never gave me that. But as far as the law is concerned, yes, those protesters are violating the FACE Act. But I do not so far see Don Lemon's participation in it. And that is kind of highly required.
So that's one of the past.
But he most certainly at this point. Sorry, I'm gonna have to tell all the frauditors, man. Like I tell you, I have to tell you, like I tell all the frauditors. Once you have been asked to leave, you are trespassing.
Of the church, and it's kind of loud, so I can't hear him. But they're still there, and then, pardon me, sir. Sorry. Do you mind if we talk to you? No. What do you think of this? I thought you said no.
What I'll tell you is that there are varying arrays of views on the political situation here. That's what I'll tell you.
What do you mean by that?
I'm going to leave it at that. But there's varying array of views in this church on politics of immigration. Right. Recognize the complexity of the issue.
Yeah. Some people don't like what's happening. Some people like it.
I'm not going to reduce it to that. I won't reduce it that simply, but we acknowledge the complexity of the situation.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you talking to me. So I'm just going to be as respectful as possible. I'm not here to intimidate anybody. Just here to chronicle and to
pretty good conversation
get some answers and let people know what they've done. They've pumped the music up really, really loud. Here, you heard the pastor.
Yeah, he's trespassing.
Some folks are praying back there. Do you see the guy with his arms stretched up? And they're praying. But by the way, just so you know, this is what you get with independent journalism that you will not get with corporate media. I'm just here to tell you. So if you're in the chat, if you're with us, support us. Support us. Support us. Like and subscribe. Become a member. Support independent journalism because we do it without fear or favor. I'm not afraid to do this. Like I told you, it was going to be raw, unscripted. We got stuck in the snow trying to get here and to produce it in real time. Go here. As soon as we walked in, almost perfect timing, the protesters stood up. And so what is interesting is that the protesters don't really like talking to corporate media that much. They like talking to independent media. And they tell us what they're going to do, and we just follow, much as I did in the Capitol when Marjorie Taylor Greene got mad at me because I was there doing journalism and reporting on what the protesters that went to her office did, and she got mad at me and called me all kinds of names. They don't like it when you confront them. They don't like it when you practice journalism. So anyways, but they're still in the middle of the church. And there they are back there. And the music is so loud in here. I want you to show this, Mike. These guys are praying. They have their hands up. And there you see. And look, this is a juxtaposition. This shows you just how divided America is. When you look at the protesters here, and then you look at the people there who are praying, and you know what's interesting? If these two groups could just get together.
See, I look at it like it is a public house, and I believe that he should be outside. And once he's been told to leave, yes, he most certainly should leave. But is that trespassing? Or is he actively engaging in the protesting? It looks to me like he's trespassing as a journalist. But he most certainly is trespassing. He should be leaving.
They might figure out what to do. Instead, I don't know if the people here are interested in talking to.
Oh yeah, by the way, God's Favorite Aunt on game day will be playing, and I'll see if I could get Ironton Auditor to explain to you how he understands all that. He was an auditor at one time. He's still an auditor, just a little bit of a different auditor.
To the protesters, but perhaps they should come in, pray together, and talk together. But anyways, that's the middle of it. If I were the pastor, I would offer a prayer. I would try to calm things down and say, listen, talk to you. We're all citizens. We're all believers and Christians. What do we do? Or if I don't know if everybody is, but everybody's a human being. Let's work together and talk about these things. The pastor, there's one of the members who looks to be really upset, a young person. The pastor's trying to calm him down over there. And yeah, so there.
And on that, I can understand your argument very clearly that he was part of the planning because he was there before he was in the parking lot. In the beginning, I mentioned that, but he really wasn't in the group. He was kind of aside from the group and only got in the group. Now, there was a moment where he helped the vehicle get unstuck, and that could very easily be viewed as aiding. But as far as the participation, I'm not really seeing him participate in this. However, he most certainly is trespassing. And I do like the little conversation that goes on with this guy who apparently has no clue what's happening.
There you go. You're a member of the church?
What's that?
You're a member of the church?
I do.
How do you feel about this?
I think I don't necessarily agree with everything that's going on in the Twin Cities right now.
Yeah, I know.
But I don't think it's good to fight fire with fire. I think it's good to speak up. I think it's good to protest, but I think it's better to do it in a peaceful way. I don't think the answer is going into God's church.
You don't think this is peaceful?
Well, it's trespassing.
Nobody fighting.
It's trespassing. How would you feel if I went into your house and I started yelling?
It depends on what I did, but not in my house. That's a whole different thing. I think these people would go inside of anybody's house.
Well, this is a house of God.
Which makes it everybody's house.
Yes, it is. But in a house, people don't yell at each other.
Yeah, but there's a lot of yelling in my house growing up. We still loved each other.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean that yelling is the answer, right?
I'm sorry?
That doesn't necessarily mean yelling is the answer, right?
No, but I think that's the way you work things out is that you talk to each other, you disagree. Sometimes it's heated, sometimes it's not. But at the end of the day, we're all human beings. And I think maybe if the pastor would try to calm things down and say, let's all talk together and make this peaceful and not be so us against them.
I think that it's good to talk, but then why don't we do that, right?
Yeah.
I don't think trespassing, I think protesting on the streets is fine, but I think there's a difference between that and then going into someone's property and then yelling.
How do you feel about allegedly, according to the protesters here, there's a member of ICE who is a pastor here or is a member of the clergy?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that question?
A member of the clergy or a pastor here is works with ICE, and that's why they're upset.
I didn't know that.
Allegedly, I don't know. That's what they say.
Okay. Well, I would say before just ramming into a church, maybe it'd be good to get some more information first.
Yeah.
But you said talking is the answer, right?
Yeah.
Well, then maybe instead of making assumptions, it'd be good to ask the person first before making that assumption, then going into their church.
I don't know if they tried to talk to anyone. Would you be okay with your pastor talking to them?
I think conversations will be great. I think we need more communication. I don't necessarily agree with what's going on with the ICE raids and stuff, but I also don't think fire with fire is the answer.
I appreciate you giving me your opinion. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, yeah. There you go. And so Folks are leaving. The pastor's here. He's leaving. I'm surprised that law enforcement has not showed up yet. So we'll see. Let's go out front and see what's happening. Let's go out front. So I'm going to take you outside of the church and just show you a little bit. But yeah, that was interesting to watch. This guy here, look, he's hugging his kid. And, you know, I imagine it's uncomfortable and traumatic for the people here. But again, careful, it's very slippery right here. Yeah. It's uncomfortable and traumatic for the people here, but that's what really, careful, please, really slippery. Not kidding. That's what protesting is about. And so there's, you see the police are here. They haven't come in yet, but that police are here. And this is where folks are leaving. Just want to show you, and that's the inside of the church.
I would
there
have to
where they
argue
are.
Here that if he goes
so the
back
pastor, I don't know if you
into
can see in there, the
he's
pastor's
most
hugging
certainly trespassing.
members of the church as they are about to leave. And so, an interesting Sunday morning for you. What do you think of this?
There's a harmless Christian here that wants to praise the Lord with my son, and now I got to go home.
But yeah,
I'm sorry that you guys are so angry.
I'm just.
And I understand this guy's argument. He's just here. He's just trying to be a Christian and worship, and that was most certainly stopped by the protesters.
Chronicling, I'm not with the group.
Oh, what do I have to say?
Can you understand why they're angry?
I don't understand any of this because I'm a simple man. I'm a simple man who loves the Lord and is a good father. So this is what we look forward to, is coming, being with our family and praising Jesus, and that's not something that we have to run away from. So this is kind of a bad day for us. But, you know, we're going to heaven, so that's the best news we got.
Do you understand that some of these folks feel voiceless?
I don't understand, because right now I'm so upset right now. I don't really have I'm thirsty, and I can't think very clearly. So what I want to do is just say, we love you.
Yeah.
My son and I love you guys.
Yeah.
And that's
I'm a journalist. They're activists.
The simplest thing we can say is that we love you guys.
What do you mean, you guys?
Well, whoever's here in this house.
Okay.
We don't distinguish between Christian and non-Christian. We love everyone, and we want everyone to come to heaven.
Yeah.
We want people to go to heaven.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. We want folks to go to heaven, and if we need to talk about these things, then I mean, this isn't the time for that, really. I mean,
but don't you think until we go to heaven, if you believe in that there should be some sort of peace here on earth, and that people should have agency, and we shouldn't be beating people up off the street, and we should be abiding by the Constitution?
I think that's just a little bit loaded.
Now that is most certainly cited journalism, but hey, it's journalism. There's Fox News and all those other cited broadcasts.
For me right now, what you're doing.
Why so?
Well, I don't want to interview right now. I don't want to interview. I just want to tell you guys I love you. I don't need to interview right now because I want to be with.
That is one thing that is true. There is freedom of religion and freedom from religion.
My son, it's Sunday. It's time.
But I was referring directly to the FACE Act. The FACE Act itself is if they physically obstructed people from participating in religious worship.
For arrest?
In which so far I have not seen Don Lemon himself do. I have seen the protesters that was, I would say, a physical obstruction.
And for renewal?
Where are they? Like in this car, he's like right on the corner.
And I would like to answer your question. I just can't right now.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. The protesters are still inside of the church. Police have showed up, but they haven't come inside yet. A couple of the members are speaking to me. They're upset. And you can imagine. Of course they would be upset. So the crowd has significantly dwindled.
There are so many fake Christians out there that have no clue what's in the Bible.
And the reason, can I talk to you, sir? What do you think of this?
You know, I agree
like
with
I said,
everybody's
they're violating the FACE Act right now.
These people
I don't
have come
really
into
see
our
where
house.
he is. Now,
and they've interrupted.
He very easily could pick up his second trespassing charge, as he did walk back into the church's premises. after leaving?
Our worship. This is a house of peace, and we try to proclaim that. And this stirs division and rancor. And in the end, it's not helpful. Ultimately, I believe they've lost. They've emptied the house of worship.
All of that at the end.
Everybody's gone home. Their point has been proven worthless. And so, in the end, I think they lose. But more importantly, if I was to break into any of their houses uninvited, cause derision and upset according to their values, I would be kicked out ultimately. It's not a good way. I feel violated. I feel interrupted. I feel angry.
And that was for that mill.
When you were saying if you had showed up at their house, they're saying that people are showing up at houses where they're citizens or without due process and breaking and entering the house. One that we saw, I've been watching from New York, with a battering ram into someone's private property, and there's no recourse. There's no, you understand what I'm saying?
This is all part.
But a normal place doesn't mean it's outside of his ability. I mean, until he was told to leave, it is a public place.
Part of a much
private public. I guess you could argue it's not. It's a yeah, because it doesn't fit under any of those government. But it's. Do you believe God's house is for all people?
Larger dialogue, in my opinion.
I'm not sure if you're too on the religious side, but I believe I've also mentioned several times that Jesus himself did this. Now, as far as the law goes, I don't know if there's a law that states that the journalists can't be in the church.
No.
I mean, just on that, as far as it does seem unusual. There's a lot of unusual things happening, and he is an unusual journalist, being that he's independent. He's going to do the things that aren't what normal journalists do. Now, let's say it was a situation that this wasn't a protest, and instead it was some other event. Yeah, sometimes the news gets in and reports on things inside of buildings, like DMVs, voter, but I don't think they go in the actual voter area. There's usually a camera inside recording on that, though, which is distributed to the press. It is unusual, I will give you that.
On one side, are people
as far as the people that are leaving right now, yes, I believe each one of these people have most certainly violated the PACE Act.
Watched a previous administration bring 12 million people in over the course of 4 years, and many of them undocumented, many of them criminals, etc. This is another administration's corrective. Now, whether you agree with the policies or procedures, I think I could actually be sympathetic to
and he
some
does
of the
meet up
things
with
where
the group
there have
outside
been.
for a quick interview before he goes off. Let's see, we're going to skip forward to about that.
Righteousness.
You're not a journalist.
Here we go.
How do you feel?
She tells the story.
I feel that we did what needed to be done. You heard the pastor say, Lord, chasten us to get our house in order. And that's what we were here to do.
They said that they think you lost and that this didn't accomplish anything, and you went into their house, the house of the Lord.
The reality is the house of the Lord is a place where love lives. It's not a place where you can have a pastor masquerading as the director for the field office of ICE in St. Paul.
Are you sure he's in it?
If you go to City's Church website, you will see him listed as a pastor. And the moment I mentioned his name, I tried to say, I am a reverend. You asked for the Lord to put your house in order. The moment I mentioned David Easterwood, he tried to shut me down. So you can go to their website and see Dave Easterwood listed, David Easterwood, and he's all over the court decision that just came out in with Judge Melendez, where the ACLU filed suit on behalf of 6 Minnesota residents because of the abuse by ICE and them violating people's constitutional laws. He also appears on C-SPAN with Kristi Noem. That is the same guy listed as a pastor here at City's Church.
So what happens next, Nekima? What do you think this does?
It depends on this church. I know that this church will never be the same after today. And I think that the people who worship here will have to decide which side are they on. The side of the Lord, truth, righteousness, or justice, or the side that pretends to be on the Lord while harboring someone who is helping to perpetuate evil on our community. The guy who oversees ICE agents. How dare you claim to be a minister of Jesus? I am a reverend. I am a lawyer. I am an activist, and I stand on the side of freedom, justice, truth, and righteousness.
Did you?
Period.
You can show some of that, Mike, too, as well. Did you try to talk to
No,
the
I didn't
leadership
see
of the
that
church?
letter. I imagine
You saw me try directly to talk to the leadership when I disrupted the church service. And he tried to shut us down after we mentioned David Easterwood.
Yeah, I asked him, why don't you try to talk to the folks? And he said that, this was a disruption and,
Yeah, because they didn't read the Bible where Jesus came into his Father's house and flipped over tables because they were pretending to worship the Lord. They were pretending to follow the word, but their actions were not in alignment. So we came and flipped over a table today.
Anyway, so a little bit later, he ends up driving down the road. Now, he stops at a place where Renee Good was, where the Renee Good incident happened. And now what I'm looking for here is, did he meet up with that other group? That would most certainly say a collusion, working together.
I am going to. Should we spin around or should I just get out? Should I get out? Hold on. I'm going to get out. Hang on.
Now, giving himself cover as a journalist, you do know that he worked for CNN at one time, and he is now running a show which it appears to me to be much like the other TV shows that are on the mainstream, just more on a creator's type budget. So I would have to argue that he most certainly is a journalist. And what do journalists do? They ask questions, right? Now, did he ask questions and interrupt the service, or did he ask questions of the people who were at the church who had their service interrupted? Now, was he cited? Yes, he was most certainly cited. Was it weird for him to be in a church? Yeah, I would argue it's weird for him to be in a church. He was asked to leave. He most certainly trespassed.
No, I'm just going to do this. I do have the keys.
Ice yells at him here. Move on.
Love you. Hey, grab that. Grab it well. Grab it good. I'm giving them stuff. I'm leaving. I can't hear you.
Move.
I can't hear you with the mask on. Move. All right. I can't give him the stuff. Can you go over there and turn to the right? Just go to the right. Right
yeah,
here.
you're blocking traffic, dude. Oh yeah, by the way, this was the second stop he made. The first stop he made was at the place. I ended up skipping that out. The first stop he made was at the place Renee Good lost her life, and this is the second spot. The first spot, that group of people was not there. This kind of looks to me like a journalist day where he stopped in multiple spots where he got heads up that there's going to be people there protesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's good journalist, bad journalist. I really don't know the dude.
All right,
that was actually something that Tom and I was talking about this morning. I was like, I don't really even know this guy, but I want to kind of look into what he's doing and see if he actually did violate the face, or if it was maybe the group that violated the face. And Tom totally didn't agree. He was like, what do you mean you don't know him? And he didn't agree with a lot of what I said. He believes strongly that, I don't know, I'll have to ask him after today's show what he thinks.
I'm going to go give him this stuff.
But yeah, I have no clue. I mean, I know very vaguely about him. It took me watching him for 40 minutes when I was recording this before I was like, oh yeah, that's right, he worked with CNN. Or, yeah, CNN.
Okay. I'm going to take a left here.
Yeah, you can stop here. This is good. And I'll go give him this stuff, and then I'll come find you.
1 second.
I need
he
one more.
He appears to have a lot of fans.
I got you.
Yeah, we're an hour and a half in, and I still gotta... So these guys are following the line, but he's over there at the ICE facility where the protest has been going on for days. He doesn't really meet up with the other group ever again throughout his day. I think that he pretty much just got a heads up, you know what I mean, on the event. I could go through this where he gives out coffee, you know, he talks to some people and whatnot, but I have a little bit I want to say, and I don't really want this to be a 2-hour show, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to remove this real quick. So basically, how strong is the case? So the government's going to have to prove interference. He doesn't have to defend the government's arguments. The government can, and they've already tried. They tried once with prior judges. I think maybe twice, with prior judges to catch him on these charges, and neither one would sign the charges. Now we have a judge who apparently has signed a charge. So it's not him who has to defend himself from the charge. We're not set up like that. That's more of like a British court where you have to defend yourself from the charge. He has to just prove his innocence. Or he doesn't have to, they have to prove his guilt. So the government must certainly prove that he interfered with worship. I don't see where he used force. He threatened force, or physically obstructed people, or participated in stopping their religious worship. I would have to argue he was there for simply journalistic practices. Now, of course, the prosecution is arguing otherwise. That's the prosecution's job. Now, they charged him with conspiracy. Now, that requires an agreement between parties. I would say maybe, possibly, they may be able to land him on conspiracy. Sadly, because you can get me for conspiring with God's favorite aunt to do whatever. You get what I'm saying? It's so easy to land that, but that's very hard to land under these conditions that he was a journalist. Now, I don't know about planning, but coordination. You could probably argue that he helped that vehicle get free. Communication. He most certainly has communication. Now, that's where he's going to have to most certainly fight his case, is if the prosecution ends up getting his phone logs, his phone information, which I'm sure they will ask for in discovery. And it depending on the communications within that phone, then they'll have a strong case. Stronger. And we're mainly talking about conspiracy. And yeah, you're talking about a conspiracy more than the actual active planning. Active participation. I don't see any active participation. It seemed, appearance-wise, much as any other reporter. Now, the freedom of the press precedence is already set in the courts. That a journalist can be present at protest. Journalists can enter spaces where newsworthy events occur. Journalists are not liable for actions of the people they cover unless they are direct participant. And that's where the state is going to have to prove that they are a direct participant. Another thing is, did you know, how many times do you remember the FACE Act being used to go after a journalist? That's a good question. How many other times in history do you know of that the FACE Act has been used to go after journalists or for going after, like, let's say, interrupting a religious ceremony? Usually it's for civic blockades, which is exactly what I would say was happening inside of the church with the protesters, but not himself. I don't see where he blockaded anybody. Violent intimidation, that's typically what the FACE Act has been charged on. Threats or physical obstruction. How is it irrelevant? Court precedence is a major factor. And this is a very unusual way that it's been being used. It's being used to silence the press. Now, I strongly believe in a free press. I don't believe that... What did Hitler do? That's a really charged word, and I hope I didn't get in trouble for using it. I'll tell you what he did. He did exactly this. He went after reporters that were reporting against what he liked, and he prosecuted them, and so forth. Now, what would the prosecutor need to win? They'd have to show coordination with the organizer. That, I said, could be on his phone. Very well could be on his phone. Did he help plan the disruption? Now, I don't think he necessarily helped plan, but both of those coordinate with plan, and plan are separate for a reason. They have different legal meanings. Did he encourage the interference? Nah, I think that lady that you saw there was the sole primary encouragement of the interference. Did he physically blockade worship? Now, typically that has been used for blocking doors, blocking entrance of. So what are the odds? The odds? I'd have to say 50-50. I'd even have to say maybe heavily weighed on... Tom thinks instantly no. I think because of the way our legal system is set up under the Trump administration, that any federal officers who disagreed with him were terminated. I believe there's a chance he could be charged with this. Now, depending on how good his defense is, there's also a very high chance, well, not very high, there's a relatively high chance. So I would give it not 50-50, maybe what is it, 60-80? Or, yeah, I guess that's right. Anyway, so that's about all I really had to say on this. As always, you guys are awesome. Remember, you don't have to be wise, just don't submit to stupid. Thank you very much, and see you on game night tomorrow. Well, actually, I did want to close off with The First Amendment, I still haven't figured out the weight on which is more important, the right to religion or the right to speech. The right to petition or the right to speech and the right to religion. The right to protest, the right to speech, or the right to religion. Now, of course, I didn't put in there redress because which one of those rights come first? They're all in the First Amendment. Which one do we put first? Which one do we raise to what level? It's all incorporated in the song. Here, you'll hear it.
In the still of the night, the freedom of religion gives every soul its right. No altar too small, no belief too grand. This power lets us worship across every land, from temples to forests, from silence to psalm. This freedom is ours, a sheltering balm. Speak your truth, let the world hear your call. In whispers or thunder, whether big or small. The freedom of speech is a torch in the dark, a spark of rebellion, a revolutionary spark. Shout out for justice, stand up for the weak. The power to speak is the future we seek. A mirror reflecting it clear, the power to question what leaders might fear. Through ink-stained hands, stories take flight, revealing the shadows and shining the light. From the smallest scoop to the loudest exposed, the freedom of the press shows us the way. Hand in hand, we gather as one. The freedom to assemble is how change has begun. From peaceful marches to vigils in the square, this right gives us courage to show that we care. Our voices together, our dreams on display. United we stand, come what may. Oh, the First Amendment, a song so strong. It's the heart of the people where we all belong. With rights so sacred, we'll rise and we'll say, no tyrant will ever take this away. When the world feels unjust and the air feels tight, the right to petition helps make things right. A letter, a call, or 1,000-strong plea. This freedom is ours to shape our destiny. Our grievances matter, our visions take flight. Through petition we push for a world that is bright. Through faith or no faith, our spirits stay free. No chains on our hearts, just possibility. Each prayer that we whisper, each word left unsaid, is protected by power for which many have bled. It's not just our right, it's the light of our creed. Freedom of religion for every need. Oh, the First Amendment, a song so strong. It's the heart of the people where we all belong. With rights so sacred, we'll rise and we'll say, no tyrant will ever take this away. In the streets or the fields, our words will ignite. The freedom to speak is our unshaken right. Let them hear us in valleys, let them hear us on high. We'll speak out for truth till the day that we die. No censor, no tyrant, no force in the land can silence a people who take a bold stand. Tyrants may try with their lies and their chains to silence the press, to muffle the pains, but the pen is is our sword, and the truth will endure. The freedom of the press is mighty and pure. Through columns and headlines, through stories untold, we rise up together, courageous and bold. Oh, the first amendment, a song so strong. It's the heart of the people where we all belong. With rights so sacred, we'll rise and we'll say, no tyrant will ever take this away. Gather the people and let's make it clear, we'll stand for our rights with nothing to fear. The freedom to rally, to march, to demand is the voice of a nation united and grand. In parks or in plazas, our power will show. No tyrant can stop what the people bestow. For every petition,
I have to be honest here. The robot said for every petition randomly. It was supposed to be the next one.
for every petition, for each written line, we shape the future by design. The right to challenge, to ask, to demand keeps liberty alive across the land. For tyrants may rise, but their hold will decay as long as we fight for these freedoms each day. Oh, the First Amendment, a song so strong. It's the heart of the people where we all belong. With rights so sacred, we'll rise and we'll say, no tyrant will ever take this away. Oh, the First Amendment, our rallying cry, a shield for the hopeful, a flame in the sky. Together we guard it and forever we'll say, no tyrant can take